So today we're going to talk about the value price cost framework. And this is one of the basic frameworks that we learn in strategy, because once you learn this one, it's helpful in using this one to understand some of the other ones that we're going to talk about a little bit later. So the way I want to approach this is to kind of do a little bit of role playing. So for the first role here is I am here in my nice red outfit, and I'm going to play the role of the consumer. Okay, so I was flipping through a magazine the other day, and I came across this nice pair of red shoes. Okay, so let's pretend those look like shoes, but this nice pair of red shoes that match my nice red outfit. And I decided that those shoes are so cool that I would be willing to pay up to $80 for them. Okay? So I'm willing to pay $80. The value that they bring to me as the consumer is $80. And so sometimes we call it, in the value price cost framework, we call this value piece here the consumer's willingness to pay. Because I would be willing to pay up to $80 for that. Okay? So now I'm going to, I've seen them in the magazine and I'm going to go shopping for them. So I go to the mall and I'm looking in a couple of stores and I see, okay, so the price of them in the store is actually $85. So I've said that I'm going to be willing to pay up to $80. The price is actually $85, so I'm going to forgo that purchase. I am not going to purchase it. I go to a couple of other stores and I see in one of those stores it's actually priced at $60. Okay? So I was willing to pay $80. I see it at $60, so I am going to buy that. I'm going to buy that. And so there's a certain amount of value here that I, as the consumer, capture. And so we call that consumer surplus. Right? The greater that surplus, the happier we are. So sometimes we like to get things on sale because we get to capture, as consumers, we get to capture that value. Okay? And so now this is going to be you as a manager. Okay? And you as a manager are acting on the behalf of the owners. Okay, so as a manager, you determined what the price was. You determined that it was going at the market value that for those nice pair of red shoes is $60, and what it actually cost you to make was $40. Okay, so who captures that value? So the firm, you, the manager, the owners, capture this value here. And so that is what we call the firm's profit. Okay? And sometimes we use that designation there to represent the firm's profit. So now we've got our value, the difference between our value and our price. Here's $20, and that's what our consumer surplus is. So we as the consumers are happy. The difference between the price and the cost is the firm's profit. Again, in this particular case, another $20. And the cost, things that go into the cost are your supplier costs, your employees' costs, and those are the other costs associated with it. So sometimes what we call this framework, and we call this value capture, value creation. And so what's the value that is created? So this entire amount here is the value that was created. All right. Okay. And then when we think about value capture, so what value is captured by the firm, we have this one here. So this one is value capture. Okay. All right, so in total, $80 in value was created because I would have been willing to pay up to $80. I, as a consumer, was able to capture 20 of those dollars, $20 of that value. The firm also captured $20 in profit, and that's what we're really interested in here, as you are the manager. Okay, so you, as the manager, are happy because you've got profit. So what is going to make you even more happy? What is going to make the owners even more happy? Well, to the extent you can drive this price up higher and this cost lower, that's going to increase the firm's profit. So that's kind of your goal as the manager, to be able to maximize that profit that you have there. Okay, so that's pretty much the basics of the value price cost framework and understanding the value creation, value capture.